Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Edith and I'm here to tell you guys about my experiences in Sweden so far. Before I came to Sweden, I already did some research I saw people say Sweden is very boring, Sweden is not social. If you're a very social person, you shouldn't come to Sweden and all that. But one thing I love about my life is I don't believe what people say. I love to experience it. Okay, so let's talk about my first experience in Sweden. When I came to Sweden, I won't tell you guys like it wasn't nice. Sweden is a very, very beautiful country, packed with nature, packed with a lot of good people, loving people. They're very welcoming and they're very, very generous. But my first experience or my first problem was my language issue, like speaking in English. And you know, in Sweden, they speak Svenska, they speak Swedish. So it made me, I lost confidence. I wasn't I wasn't really chatting or interacting with people because I felt I don't want to embarrass myself. When I talk to people, how are they going to respond to me? I had what's it called? I've forgotten the name, but there's something that happened to me and it made me withdraw myself from people, especially white people here, because I felt they spoke just Svenska, not knowing they could even speak English. Okay, let's talk about the first experience I had. That was when I was still pregnant with my second son, and then I went to the store. I wanted to buy something and I just froze. You know, I was like, okay, I have what I want to buy. How am I going to pay? You know, when they ask me maybe how much if I want a receipt, you know, simple questions that I'm supposed to understand, I didn't understand them. So I just said, what is this? Sometimes my husband would tell me, go to the shop, go and buy what you want to buy. Take money, go and buy. I'll be like, no, babe, go and buy it. There's sometimes, I remember when we were doing our baby shopping, we went to the baby shop, my husband I was picking, my husband was just buying. If I pick, he pays. I will select, he goes to pay. If I select, he goes to pay. And I'm like, what is this? Even when I want to buy bra, my husband will go with me. I will pick my bra, he'll pay. And I told myself one day, no, I have to stop it. You know, I don't know how it happened, but I fought that spirit, you know. Then I started working towards my language. I started watching YouTube. I started SFE, and it has helped me so far. Right now, I understand Svenska, except I'm not in the mood, because something about me, I have mood swings a lot. So sometimes I want to speak English. When you speak Svenska, I'm like, I don't understand you, except you speak English to me. It just happens. So my second experience was when I had my baby, because I've had 2 kids already in Nigeria, and Nigerian hospitals are not as beautiful as these ones abroad, because these ones, they are packed with all the hospital equipment, everything you need. There is everything you need. But let's talk about before I had my baby, like my antenatal appointment, my first registration here, because I was already going for antenatal before I came here. You know, before I came to Sweden, I was already 5 months pregnant before I came here. So I had to start afresh, you know. One thing they did was collect blood. Like, they took a whole lot of blood from me. They were just testing, doing all manner of tests. And I'm like, I already brought the result, because we do this test too in Nigeria. I brought the results, but they're like, they have to do their own test. And it's my blood, it's my body, it's my pain. But I still have to sit there for it to happen, because why not? I can't fight their law. Anyways, we did the test, and then I met my midwife. Her name is Catherine. Oh, so nice, so loving. Okay, let's talk about Nigerian midwives versus white or Swedish midwives. I remember when I was pregnant for this, my son, I came, like this pregnancy I came here with. I think when I was 5 months or 4 months, because in Nigeria, the hospitals, they give you a number. It depends on when you come. Like when you come early, you can get from number 1 to 10, you know, because of antenatal appointment, seeing the doctor, you have your numbers. So I remember one time I went to the last appointment I had in Nigeria. I came early because I always go early. I'm very punctual. So I went to the hospital, and then the nurse was like, okay, I'm number 16. She checked my vitals, she checked my BP, she checked my urine, everything was fine. Then she asked that I should go sit. I sat down with other pregnant women. We're all there waiting. I was really hungry. I waited from 8 to 10. I had to go buy egg roll. There's this snack we have in Nigeria. It's called egg roll. I bought egg roll. I bought zobo. There's this drink too. I love zobo. I bought zobo. I ate. I was not like, what's happening? Do you know that the midwife that was supposed to attend to us left us, the pregnant women, sitting there hungry? They had plans. I had children to go pick from school. They left us, or she left us there, went upstairs and just relaxed. Then when she came down, I saw her. Before then, she walked past me. She walked past us. Let me talk about myself. She walked past me. I said, okay, maybe she went to pick something up. She walked back, and I'm like, what is wrong with this woman? And I said, excuse me, can't you see we are here waiting for you? This woman shouted at me, I beg, I'm coming, I'm busy. I now shouted at her back, like, are you okay? You can't even tell us you are busy. You left us here to sit. Don't you know we have other plans to do? We have other things we have to do. We didn't come here for antenatal from morning till night. Many of us have businesses to run. Then she's not like, hey, I beg, I'm tired, I should go. That is how most hospitals behave. That is how most midwives behave. But there was this kind one that was there when I had my first child and my second child. Her name is Nurse Choma. She came, she spoke to me, she was like, I beg, she spoke it in Igbo, I should leave this woman. The woman is always bitter. I should just let her go, that she should attend to me. But she was not the one that's supposed to attend to me. It was supposed to be that woman that attends to all of us pregnant women. But when I came to Sweden, man, the hospitality, the welcoming, the comfort, how they ask you beautiful questions, how they make you feel relaxed, how you get peace when you go into the hospital. You have peace, and they book time for everything. When it's your time, you know, okay, you have an appointment by 8, you have an appointment by 9, by 7. You already know that this is when you're going to see your midwife. But in Nigeria, they don't do bookings. Or let me just say, in the hospital I used, it's a private, very good hospital. They didn't book. Just come and sit down. When it's your turn, you take a number. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. That was one of that beautiful experience I had. Then, my child's birth. Oh my God. It's the best, the most, as in stress-free, because I gave birth through CS. And in Nigeria, if you give birth through CS, you have to fart. Like, you know what it means by farting. You have to fart for them to know that the surgery went successful. But here, you don't need that. I gave birth through CS for my son. And my son, immediately I came out of the theater, I was just relaxed. And then one nurse came to ask me, what do you want to drink? Do you want juice? Do you want mango juice, apple juice? Do you want water? What do you need? I'm like, eh? But I was surprised, because I know in Nigeria, you won't eat until you fart. You can't eat. You have to stay hungry till you fart, and they'll tell you, okay. As in, they'll make you want to be frustrated. That was my experience. So I'm telling you guys. Then my son's own, they were like, you have to eat. What do you want to eat? And I said, my husband was like, baby, what do you want? I said, okay, give me apple juice. Then they brought cold apple juice. Cold juice. Then I drank it. I was very happy. I was like, wow. Then I got myself. I was beginning to feel my feet, my legs. Sorry, then they took me to my room. Then I got to my room. The room was so beautiful. You know how it is in Nigeria. Most of the hospitals, it's a private room. I stay in my own room, my private room, but they don't give the visitor extra bed. You have only one bed. But here, they'll give you 2 beds for you and your partner, or for you and your visitor, or whoever that's going to stay with you for 2 days or 3 days. You know, so when I got into the room was beautiful, but it was small. Then I said, no, I don't like this room. This room is too small. Can I get a bigger room? Then they put me on the bed. They pushed me, pushed my baby. Then they went to put us in a very, very good, comforting room. And that was my first beautiful experience. Even after I had my child, my breast milk wasn't coming out that minute, because I always have a lot of breast milk. Then later that night, my breast milk started pouring out. Then I started breastfeeding. Before I even started breastfeeding, as I got into my room, they brought in foods, different kinds of food. Yogurt, boiled eggs, cornflakes, rice, juice, water, tea, anything you want. It was all in the tray. You just pick, even sandwich, anything you want, it's all on the tray. Then I ate, I slept, but I couldn't sleep well, because after 3 hours, after eating that food, I started having serious itching in my body. I think it's the anesthesia. The anesthesia they gave me was too much, because I think they gave me 3 times. Yes, the first one, I was still feeling my legs. They injected me at my back, my spinal cord. Then the second one, I was still feeling my legs. Then I had to position like this for them to be able to get it right. So that third one, they got what they wanted. I stopped feeling my body, you get. So that's how the anesthesia started running out. And while it was running out of my body, it was giving me serious itches. I couldn't sleep. I was naked. I went to shower. I was just running around. I was pressing the red button. I need the nurse. Nurse, I need medicine. Something needs to happen. I can't sleep. My body is itching me. I can't sleep, you know. But there was this particular nurse I had there. She was from Japan or China or Korea. I don't know. She was very rude. She was very rude. She was very rude. But I gave it to her because I'm someone that you can't intimidate me now. As I've not seen any human being in this life that will intimidate me. No matter who you are, I'll tell you my mind. I don't care how you feel. So that morning, I went through that thing from night till morning. Like, it wasn't easy. I had my friend then. She was there with me. She's like a co-wife. She's my co-wife. But now she's not around where I live anymore. So she was even asking them to get me something to drink so I can get my body back and all that. But my dear, they didn't. They were telling me the nurse is not, the doctor is not available. The doctor will soon be available. The doctor is coming. The doctor is coming. That was what I heard till morning. I didn't sleep. A woman that just gave birth, that needs that rest, that needs to sleep after surgery. My eyes were open. I was itching, pouring water on my body, itching, you know, shouting, scratching my head. Oh my God, that thing really dealt with me. So after the night, the morning around 10 or 8 or 9, I can't remember the time vividly, the doctor came in. But before the doctor came in, the Korean lady came in and she was like, I should calm down, the nurse is coming. And I told her, how many times have I told you I need something to take because of this thing? I can't sleep. She said I should wait, the doctor is coming, the doctor will be here. And she didn't even sound polite. It was as if she was shouting at me. Then I shouted at her back. Then this woman left my room. She didn't come to my room again. I think around 10 or 9, the doctor came. Then the doctor said, what happened? I told the doctor, I couldn't feel my body well. My body is itching me. I didn't sleep last night and all that. Then the doctor said, okay, she's coming. Then she brought one tiny pill. I drank it. After a few minutes, the whole itching stopped. That was one bad experience I had. But aside from that, I've had good experiences with the school, the country, the hospitals, everything. So if you want to come to Sweden, my dear, Sweden is a good place. I'm not telling you Sweden is not good. Sweden is a very loving country. Just come here, have peace. If you don't like peace, stay where you are. Because this place is all about peace. Your mental health needs to be in check in this country because you have excess peace. That is what Sweden will give you. And then you should also plan before you come. Because one thing is, things are expensive. Maybe you are an African like me. You love to eat African food, or you don't know how to make hair, or you want to learn, or you want to do something when you come. My dear, please learn something before you travel. Learn, even if it's hair, barbing, maybe carpentry, wiring, tailoring. It will help you. It will help you. Don't just come like that. Because I didn't learn how to make hair. It was a gift, or it is a gift, sorry, from God. I've been making hair since 11 years. Since I was 11, I started making hair. Or 10, 11, I can't even remember. But I started making hair from secondary school. And now I make my kids' hair. I also make my hair cornrows. And if you notice, I love wearing wigs because the last hair I made was in April. I think I made my hair in April. And I just decided to carry the hair for the whole of April. May 30th or May 31st, I loosened it. Then now I'm back to wig because I know how to wig. I know how to wig. I know how to also braid, and I braid my kids' hair. Even before coming here, I've been the one making my daughter's hair in Nigeria. So all those things are things you need to know. But Sweden is a very good country. Don't allow anybody discourage you. Free education, you get parental leave. How do they call it? What they call this money they pay people. You get money from social. They have so many things to gain from in this country. If you want their help, they will help you. But me, I don't need anybody's help because by the grace of God, I'm very comfortable. So that's what I want to tell you guys, my experiences in Sweden so far. And I wish you guys are here with me because If you're in Sweden, you say hi. If you're not in Sweden, still say hi. And I pray you experience this country, because it's a country for everything natural. You know, this summer everybody's happy, the sun is out, the weather is cool. So yeah, I thought to share with you guys my experience in the hospital and my experience about communicating with people. So thanks for watching.